Hello, friends. A heartfelt welcome to all of you to my YouTube channel at the Power of Book. How are you all? I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Friends, today we are going to explore a magical book written by Darius Foroux, which teaches us why we should never procrastinate or postpone today's tasks for tomorrow. It reveals how this simple decision can bring a monumental difference to our lives. So, let's dive in and discover how completing today's work today can transform our lives in profound and unimaginable ways. Introduction: The case for doing it. Today, the introduction opens with a striking reflection on the fleeting nature of life. Darius Foroux asks the reader to ponder how often they've said, "I'll do it tomorrow," only to find that tomorrow never comes. He argues that this habit of postponing tasks stems from a combination of fear, distraction, and the overwhelming pace of modern life. Foroux paints procrastination not as a harmless delay, but as a slow drain on one's potential, creativity, and happiness. He describes it as an invisible force that prevents individuals from achieving their dreams, leading to regret and a sense of wasted potential. The introduction is a rallying cry, urging readers to recognize that they hold the power to act, not someday, but today. With examples from history and modern success stories, Foroux frames action as the catalyst for personal transformation, emphasizing that the time to act is always now. Key insight: life is too short to postpone your goals. The sooner you begin, the sooner you can create the life you desire. Chapter 1: The Myth of Motivation. Foroux begins by shattering the widely held belief that motivation is the secret to productivity. He argues that waiting for motivation is a flawed approach because motivation is fleeting and unreliable. Instead, he introduces the concept of action first, feelings later. This principle suggests that taking even a small step toward a task can spark the motivation needed to continue. Foroux offers the example of a writer facing a blank page. Rather than waiting for inspiration, the writer can start with a single sentence, which often leads to momentum. By doing the work first, motivation naturally follows. He also warns against the allure of motivation porn, the endless consumption of motivational videos, quotes, and talks that can give a temporary boost but often result in no tangible action. True progress comes from discipline, not inspiration. Practical tips: break tasks into micro actions to make starting easier. Commit to working for just 10 minutes. Often you'll continue beyond that. Create rituals that trigger action, such as working in the same place every day. Key insight: action fuels motivation, not the other way around. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start now. Chapter 2: The Power of Time Management. Time is the great equalizer. Every person has 24 hours a day, yet some achieve extraordinary results, while others struggle to keep up. Foroux explains that effective time management isn't about cramming more into your schedule, but about making conscious choices with your time. He introduces concepts like the Eisenhower matrix, which helps prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance. By focusing on high-impact activities and delegating or eliminating trivial ones, individuals can maximize their productivity. Foroux also highlights the importance of energy management. It's not enough to have time. You need the mental and physical energy to use it well. This includes optimizing sleep, nutrition, and exercise to ensure peak performance. Practical tips: plan your day the night before to eliminate decision fatigue. Use time blocking to allocate specific periods for focused work. Limit distractions by turning off notifications and creating a distraction-free workspace. Key insight: time is your most valuable resource. Use it intentionally to focus on what truly matters. Chapter 3: The Cost of Procrastination. Foroux vividly illustrates the hidden costs of procrastination through relatable scenarios. He recounts stories of individuals who missed opportunities because they hesitated or delayed action. The chapter highlights how procrastination creates a vicious cycle of guilt, stress, and reduced self-esteem, which further entrenches the habit. To break this cycle, Foroux advises identifying the root causes of procrastination. For many, it's fear of failure, perfectionism, or a lack of clarity about what to do next. By addressing these underlying issues, readers can regain control of their time and lives. Practical tips. Write down your procrastination triggers and create strategies to counter them. Use accountability systems, such as sharing your goals with a friend. Reward yourself for completing tasks to create positive reinforcement. Key insight. Procrastination isn't just a delay, it's a thief of joy, confidence, and potential. Recognize its cost and take action. Chapter 4. Overcoming Fear and Perfectionism. Fear and perfectionism are the twin enemies of progress. Foroux explains how fear of failure, judgment, or uncertainty paralyzes individuals, preventing them from taking risks or pursuing their dreams. He encourages readers to reframe failure as feedback and view imperfection as a natural part of growth. He shares personal anecdotes of times he hesitated out of fear, only to realize later that taking action, imperfect as it may have been, was far better than doing nothing. By embracing vulnerability and stepping out of their comfort zones, readers can overcome these mental barriers. Practical tips. Set realistic, achievable goals to reduce the pressure of perfectionism. Reframe failure as a learning opportunity, not a personal flaw. Focus on progress, not perfection. Small wins build momentum. Key insight. Fear and perfectionism are illusions. Taking imperfect action is far more valuable than waiting for the perfect moment. Chapter 5. Building Habits. That stick habits are the backbone of a productive and fulfilling life. In this chapter, Foroux explores the science behind habit formation and why some habits stick while others fail. He references James Clear's Atomic Habits to explain the habit loop: cue, routine, and reward. Foroux stresses that small, consistent actions are more sustainable than drastic overhauls, emphasizing that success lies in daily repetition rather than occasional bursts of effort. He explains how habits are tied to identity. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm trying to write daily," affirm, "I am a writer." Shifting identity helps solidify habits because actions align with how you see yourself. Foroux also acknowledges the challenge of breaking bad habits, suggesting substitution rather than elimination. For example, replace mindless scrolling on your phone with reading or journaling during idle moments. Practical tips. Start small. If you want to build a habit of exercising, begin with 5 minutes a day. Use habit stacking. Attach a new habit to an existing one, e.g., meditate after brushing your teeth. Track your progress to stay motivated and celebrate small wins. Key insight. Habits compound over time. Focus on building identity-aligned habits through consistent, small actions. Chapter 6. The Role of Focus in Productivity. Foroux argues that focus is the most underrated skill in productivity. In an era of constant notifications, social media, and multitasking, the ability to concentrate deeply has become a superpower. He explains how distractions not only reduce efficiency, but also increase cognitive load, making it harder to return to a task once interrupted. Drawing from Cal Newport's concept of deep work, Foroux encourages readers to carve out uninterrupted blocks of time for focused work. He emphasizes single tasking over multitasking, citing research that shows multitasking reduces overall productivity by up to 40%. The chapter also discusses the mental clarity that comes from reducing digital clutter. Foroux recommends periodic digital detoxes and curating your online consumption to align with your goals. Practical tips. Designate focus hours in your day where you work without interruptions. Turn off non-essential notifications and put your phone in another room. Use the 80-20 rule. Focus 80% of your time on the 20% of tasks that yield the greatest results. Key insight. Protect your focus like a precious resource. Deep, undistracted work is the key to high performance and creative breakthroughs. Chapter 7. Embracing simplicity. Simplicity is often overlooked in the pursuit of productivity, but Foroux argues that complexity is the enemy of progress. He explains how clutter, both physical and mental, creates decision fatigue, overwhelms the mind, and leads to procrastination. Foroux shares personal stories of how simplifying his daily routine and environment helped him focus on his goals. He urges readers to evaluate their commitments, declutter their living spaces, and eliminate tasks or activities that don't add value. He also introduces the concept of essentialism, focusing only on what is truly necessary. By saying no to things that don't align with your priorities, you create more time and energy for what matters most. Practical tips. Declutter your workspace to create a calm, distraction-free environment. Regularly audit your to-do list and eliminate non-essential tasks. Practice minimalism in your commitments. Don't overbook your schedule. Key insight, simplify your life to amplify your impact. Clarity and focus thrive in simplicity. Chapter 8. Staying consistent. Despite setbacks, consistency is one of the hardest virtues to maintain, especially when life throws unexpected challenges your way. Foroux reassures readers that setbacks are inevitable, but should not derail long-term progress. He introduces the concept of positive inertia, where small wins build momentum, making it easier to keep going. Even on difficult days, doing a fraction of your usual effort keeps the habit alive. Foroux emphasizes self-compassion, urging readers not to beat themselves up over occasional failures, but to view them as part of the journey. He also touches on the importance of accountability. Sharing your goals with someone you trust or joining a community can provide the support and encouragement needed to stay consistent. Practical tips. Create a fallback plan for low-energy days, e.g., write 50 words instead of 500. Reflect on past setbacks to identify patterns and develop strategies for resilience. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your efforts. Key insight. Progress isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Keep showing up, even when it's hard. Chapter 9. The rewards of doing it. Today, the final chapter is a celebration of the transformative power of taking action. Foroux shares stories of individuals who changed their lives by adopting a proactive mindset, demonstrating how consistent effort leads to extraordinary outcomes. He emphasizes the emotional and psychological benefits of doing it today: increased confidence, reduced stress, and a sense of accomplishment. Procrastination breeds guilt, but action creates momentum and a positive feedback loop. Foroux concludes by encouraging readers to reflect on their goals and take one small step immediately after finishing the book. He reminds them that the rewards of action far outweigh the temporary comfort of inaction. Practical tips. Write down one thing you've been procrastinating on and commit to starting it today. Celebrate small victories to reinforce positive behavior. Reflect on how far you've come to stay motivated for future actions. Key insight. The greatest reward of doing it today is living a life of purpose, clarity, and fulfillment. Conclusion. The journey ahead. In the conclusion, Foroux ties all the concepts together, reminding readers that personal transformation is a journey, not a destination. He encourages them to adopt the principles of do it today as a lifelong practice rather than a temporary fix. Foroux leaves readers with a parting challenge: to stop reading, stop planning, and start doing. He emphasizes that real change begins with a single step, urging readers to trust the process and embrace action as their guiding principle. Final message. The power to change your life lies in your hands. Don't wait for tomorrow. Begin today. This expanded summary dives deep into each chapter, combining practical advice with emotional resonance to inspire immediate action. If you'd like, I can further refine or expand specific sections. I hope you liked this book summary. For more such book summaries, please like, share, and comment on my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Bye-bye. See you soon.